So let's refresh that. Right, hello everyone, and welcome into another video where we use Claude Code and Project Flow's MCP server to basically build and improve Project Flow's MCP server. So what we're going to work on today. Basically, we've got our view form that I've done some work around to make it appealing better, and now we have another edit form that looks quite ugly, and what I'm planning to do is basically integrate edit functionality into that view form rather than have two different forms. I'm going to opt for one. So as you can see in the old edit form, when we edit, underneath the edit text box, we have basically our prompt that explains, it's basically the prompt that if we would use the MCP tools to update or create task, the MCP tool would send that to the agent asking to populate this field based on that prompt. So that's basically the prompt criteria for individual field. So now I believe this looks a little bit ugly in that form, and I'm going to discard that form anyway, but I kind of want that ability to be preserved one way or another in here. So I want to create first task using our MCP server to add information button to integrate, basically to show me the label if I hover on that button, to show me the label with that specific prompt. So I'm going to go to my windsurf, and we are going to use windsurf to create the task, and then we're going to use Claude Code to execute that task. So it's a simple task. I'm going to use Claude 3.7 Sonnet to create this specific task, and then we're going to use Claude 4.0 Sonnet, as I do not have access to Opus because I'm not paying that much money, or choosing not to pay that much money just yet. I have like a basic license, but hopefully using tools like Project Flows will in a way try to improve my situation, because I can do some context engineering in here that should, one, reduce the amount of tokens I need to burn using Claude Code, and I can use windsurf for that, as basically I'm paying for two small licenses, well, actually free, because I'm paying for Codex as well, and I'm using Codex a lot as well. The thing is that if I use Claude Code on its own to do everything, I run out of credits very quick. Using something like Project Flow's MCP server allows me to create tasks. If I need to make any adjustments, I can easily go in and adjust, and then later I can literally go in and copy the execute task command and paste it in my Claude Code that is connected to the MCP server, and it will start executing that task for me. So without further ado, let's try to explain the task to Cascade or to Claude 3.7 in order for him to create the task for us. So I would like to add a new task to Epic 394. This task is to improve the view form functionality, namely on each section of that form, or each property of that form. I would like to have in the top right corner, when I hover over it, an icon, information icon. When I hover over that information icon, it should show the prompt that we get from the properties. And that prompt is currently displayed beneath each property on the edit project or edit project task. Okay, I think we ran out of time. It's currently displayed beneath each property on the edit form. So this is basically a prompt description that is extracted from properties for each property. So hopefully with my mumbling it will be able to create a reasonable task. Let's have a look how much of it did understand and how much it didn't. Now, the communication with the LLMs or agents is very important. As you can see, my communication wasn't the best. So I'm kind of hoping it still will pick up the gist of what I needed it to do. Right, so it's saying it will create the task now. It's done all the investigation. So hopefully, right, I can see it created the task now. So add information icon tooltip to object view properties. So let's cancel that. Information icon with hover tooltip for each property section. When user hovers over the information icon in the top right corner of each property section, display properties description as a tooltip. That kind of makes sense. It will provide contextual help without requiring user to switch to edit mode. It kind of makes sense. I mean, it doesn't matter. It says without switching to edit mode. But let's carry on looking at what it said over there as well. Okay. Okay, so it kind of looks like it did understand my mumbling, and it kind of prepared quite robust plan, which I'm quite happy. And if obviously it did went off and do the research, it included the files that we need, and it did propose the solution and provided acceptance criteria. I mean, that should be enough. I mean, I don't want to read all of it, but I can see that as long as, you know, that section of the description is good, I believe any other section should be all right, because that is the basis, you know, for any other section to be to be populated. And acceptance criteria is quite important as well, I found, as originally my idea was to include the planning in there, and you know, checklist of the plan, and you know, get the agent to progress. But I found that it's kind of it's kind of banning even double credits, because the agent like Claude Code or Windsurf or Codex, Gemini CLI, whichever you name it, they will still do their own planning. So as long as we give them a good description and, you know, all the files that they need to scan through, as well as, you know, proposed solution, you know, and the acceptance criteria, they should be able to create robust plan based on that, at least I believe, and so far it seems to be working. So let's have a look. You know, it's again a simple task. Let's have a look how Claude Code is going to implement it. Right, so we've got task 540. Okay. I probably will need to update again the workflow, task execute task workflow, as it seems like if I am in any other branch than main, it's not creating new branch. So that's basically, yeah, I need to figure it out what's wrong over there in the code to make sure it's doing the right thing, but that is a worry for later. Let's trust Claude Code to execute everything. Right, so we've got new Lucid icon. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to open it up. As we are running the development server, we should technically see the changes straight away as they implement it. So let's have a look at our description. Oh yeah, I can see straight away the icon. It does not look the best, I have to say. It's not formatted the best. I probably need to work a little bit more on formatting the colors and everything else. But I guess for now it kind of, you know, it kind of did what it's supposed to do. So in edit mode, we still can see it. That's perfect. That's all I need. This was really nice and easy. Actually, Okay, I think it went off and it updated the task to be completed, although we do not have the... Oh, what did it move it to down? Information icon, okay. So it's in doing. I believe it... Right, so let's have a look again. Okay, it just put the ticks in here. It kind of makes sense. I will need to do some work around, how we are handling the acceptance criteria. Do I want it in there or not? Okay, there is things that I probably did not put in there. That maybe we can quickly add and see what it's going to do. But I will add it just as a quick prompt. Right, the execution is good. It does what I need. The only difference is the colors. Can you make sure that the background color of that label is same color as the form by default? So even if we're using like underlying component, adjust that component. And as well, the border should be the same as the one in the current form. So let's just add it in here. And this is just the change of color, so there is no really need or point for me to create another task. Nice. This is looking nice. Let's edit. Okay. Well, the formatting of text, leaves a little bit to wishful. But this is again something that I will work on later on. I guess at the moment, I'm happy with what it's done. It's not perfect, but at the same time, doesn't look bad. So yeah, that was nice and easy one. I guess I can generate the comment and publish this branch and merge it in. Right, cool. So thank you for watching, everyone, and I will see you in the next one.